Hey guys, Lovey Freeman here, and today we're playing some more HOI4 Kaiserreich mod. And today, I'm going to give the Red Indians a try and see if we can get like a decent early unification. Of course, playing as a single-list faction to the current patch is like a little bit dull because Third International wins by default, right? So if you like being spoon-fed your victories or whatever and like winning by default, then the commies are a good team to side with, but. The Bharatians are they're not in the Third International. They're in like their own little Eastern syndicalist faction or some shit. Maybe we'll have a war against Japan or something. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. But I just want to see if we're able to unify in like a decent time. We'll see what we can do here. So our current leading faction is the Agrarians with la Japat Rai or whatever. I don't know. That's a lot of laws. We have 50% popularity, so I mean that's not too bad. And our national spirits, we have divided government. It's going to cost us political power. We're going to lose some division organization, and we're going to lose some stability. And also we have shit economy. So we have 10% extra consumer goods, negative 20% efficiency cap, and negative 10% factory output. All the Indias seem to have like similar things. These guys they're a little bit easier off over here. They have only negative 10% stability. This one over here, they have production, about the same over here. So the Indians are a little bit better off than us by just a tiny bit. And these guys over here, they have less political power and they get recovery rate as well for their decentralized rule, but their economy is like real shit. They take an extra 10% factory output cut. So I mean, it is what it is. Like it's kind of like on even footing. All your neighbors that you're gonna be fighting with have these dog shit spirits or something similar. So we aren't occupying anything. We have volunteer only with 1.37 million manpower, so that's very nice considering we only control a very small chunk of India. Smallest chunk, I guess, probably by area. And we have export-focused economy and civilian economy. Government, we have a bunch of guys over here. This guy gives us factory output and political power gain, very nice. This guy gives us war goal time justification, which probably is irrelevant, and land fort construction speed. Construction speed, factory output, research speeds. Like this guy and this guy kind of cancel out the negative 10% factory output from our national spirit, which is nice. And we get some political power at the cost of some recruitable population factor, which is completely irrelevant, so that's quite nice. You have lots of guys to pick from over here. Well, I noticed we're missing decisive battle. Or no, we do have decisive battle. What am I smoking? I must have missed that the first time around. So we do have decisive battle available, that's nice. And a couple guys over here. Pretty much all the decent ones, all the known ones, anyways. And companies are a little bit dog shit, though. A little bit dog shit. So that's a little bit sad, but it is what it is. So we're making 1.77 political power per day, which is a bit low, and that's because of this over here. Party popularity is alright. Stability is a little bit low again. We got that spirit. War support, I mean 25% can get us to partial, so no problem there. Lots of manpower. Decent sized economy, but we do have to pay an extra 10%. It's like 20% puts you in like the middle power range. And of course, once you unify all of India, you're like your factory count kind of rivals a major almost. Remember Canada, I think only starts with around 50 factories, and all these guys have similar counts as well. So once you have all that stuff together, you're like. I mean, you're not going to be matching Germany or anything right away, but your count will be up there once you unify. Fuel, we have T oil, and we have a 55.5k capacity. We have 40 convoys and the usual zeros over here. Decisions, we have the usual fixers, and like once the game starts, I believe you get a decision to. There's like one province over here, Tawang or something over here that I guess was recently acquired, and you have the opportunity to core that for 25 political power. Probably not a priority given that this has very few manpower and we have no factories in this region whatsoever. So whether it's a core or a colony state, sort of irrelevant. But you might want to pick that up later. Intelligence agency, you don't get one. Research, so all you have are guns 1. You have engineers. You have well-crewed tank. Artillery and anti-air, which is a bit odd, but you start with anti-air. And no land doctrine. Navy. Looks like you have most of the modern ship hulls, except you're missing dreadnoughts. You have mines, and you do have transport, so you can naval invade. Additionally, you get sonar. Not a lot of people start with sonar. I think that's like I know Canada does, I think. So that's a little bit interesting that you get that. No naval doctrine. Air, you just have like the Ishidi and warfighters. No air doctrine, and nothing over here. So of course, when you're on basic guns, first thing you want to do is like not basic guns. So research that, and we'll come over here and we'll also pick up our tools. And I think we'll boost our basic guns just so we can like get it out faster. And because we are going for fast unification, I think I'm going to start off building some military factories. Like you start going to war in like 37, which is basically like right away. So we'll want that. I think like over here you get some infrastructure from this economy tree. West and East Bengal, 3 infrastructures. Like you're probably gonna want to build there. Throw a couple factories over there to start with. We'll leave this to boost, like I said there. So diplomacy. You have some people who like you, people you don't, based on your ideology. And of course, the other Indias hate you. Other Indias hate you, which I guess is to be expected because you're all claiming each other's shit. No treaties. Trade, we have decent amount of tungsten, decent amount of steel, decent amount of chromium, and some oil. So you could do medium or heavy tanks if you wanted to. I think we have more tungsten than we have chrome. And there's also a lot of tungsten, I think, in the vicinities. 44 tungsten, 84 tungsten over here. So like tungsten is like in significantly more abundant than chromium. So you're probably better off building medium tanks as Bharatiya Commune. Production, let's go ahead and get ourselves some support equipment. We might want some artillery too. So we'll do that. And build efficiency on that instead of like not doing anything on this gun that we're going to flip over here. National focus, like again, you start off with this 100% research bonus for industry. So I think I'm going to try to save that for a rush. And we'll start off with the 100 political power. Unfortunately, I think I was doing a couple tests over here, and you do have an event very early game that's going to hit you, and that's going to cost you 80 political power, which sucks. Sucks to open up the game like that, but it is what it is. Current deploy, rifle division, so this is your basic bitch, 18 width. 18 width with the cannon, 12 with cavalry, 18 with militias. So like really nothing special. All the these are all like default templates. You've seen them before. It is what it is. Logistics, we have a pretty big guns deficit. So like that's a little bit unfortunate. Not where you want to be. Not where you want to be at the start of the game. Army, we have 29 divisions, 25 of the basic infantry, and we have 1 with the artillery, 2 cavalry, and 1 militia. That's what you get. Air Force, we have nothing, and Navy, we have a token fleet consisting of 2 escort cruisers and 4 destroyers, all kind of obsolete Weltkrieg models. And we only have 1 admiral, so I guess there you go. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Lala Lajpat Rai and the Calcutta government. Lala Lajpat Rai, president of the Indian National Congress and head of the Calcutta government, has begun to feel the strain of his advanced age creeping ever nearer, with the British lapdogs of Delhi re-emerging as a serious contender to the mantle of the Raja's legal successor. The Burmese monarchy rattled by student protests and strikes, Rai has concluded that the government of Free India will have to be refitted and reorganized if we are to keep up with the development of our neighboring rivals. And as such, he has decided to step down from his position within the year. Rai's resignation marks a potential end to the compromised government that emerged after the Indian Civil War, with both Gandhi's agrarians and Subhas Chandra Bose's Maximists longing for a definitive influence within Congress and the Calcutta government as a whole. I must say, this is awfully exciting. You know what I'm not excited about? A fucking 80 political power and 5% stability hit. I am not hard for that. I'm not excited. I'm the opposite of excited. Should we watch our research? A most cordial letter to Mr. Mosley. In London, Oswald Mosley, alongside a great number of revolutionary European dignitaries, proclaimed a new socialist doctrine uniting the most extreme and militant left-wing personalities of the continent behind the idea of totalitarian socialism. With its belief in an economy controlled by the state, the total involvement of the revolutionary vanguard in internal affairs, and the importance of the state in preserving socialism, Mosley's new theses have greatly impressed Subhas Chandra Bose, the great martial hero of the Indian Revolution. However, Bose's enthusiasm for this coordination of revolutionary ideology has greatly worried his opponents within the Calcutta government. Nevertheless, Bose now sends his regards and support for this new doctrine to Comrade Mosley, stressing the need for cooperation between Calcutta and London, the proletarian struggle for the dissolution of the capitalist system of murder and robbery. Wow, that's a little bit biased of an interpretation, isn't it? Maybe the Mahatma better watch out. I'll give you a hint. We're going to go with that guy, not Gandhi. Obviously. Why would you want peaceful reunification in a war game? Besides, what is socialism if you're not throwing the bourgeoisie into work camps, right? All right, so we're gonna go over here and let's pick up our engineering tech, and we will boost our rifle. Oh no, I screwed that up. I think actually we want tank tech. Yes, tank tech. Gotta stay on top of your tanks, boys. Gotta stay on top of your tanks. Black Monday. Well, of course, we don't have to worry about Black Monday because we're socialists. So that's pretty nice. Ooh, Shanking Tiangguo. See what goes on over here. Personally, I think Ennui will win again. But who knows? Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Do the new Bharatiya army. So I guess I didn't go over the focus tree, but you have Army, Air, Navy, and this is your reunification tree, and then you get like a couple focuses down here. You can seek aid from different people, and then once you unite, you can get some coring focuses over here. And I think this stuff over here is just to grab the rest of your claims you can grab. And then you have like a couple of the fate of the officers decisions, and like I haven't played this out before in Bharatiya Commune. I just tried a couple openers. But I'm pretty sure this is like the same shit as you get as America after you've dealt with the other factions. And you got your extra research slot over here. And imagine this probably lets you create your faction or some shit. That'd be my guess, anyways. So there's that, and then you got your economy tree, infrastructure. You get some excavation, you get some oil. This gives you a decision on how you want to get rid of that. I think underdeveloped economy focus. Or you get or I guess it doesn't get rid of it, but you get like a factory output boost or something like that. And you can depend on how much you want to collaborate with the elite or not. You'll get a decision, and you get some factories. And then it's your political tree over here. Depending which way you go, you'll get different bonuses. And we're going to go with Bose, obviously. So we're going to get some political power, we're going to get some building slots, and then we're going to get a purge. What's socialism without a little bit of a purge, right? We'll get some military factories, and we get some more support. Recovery rate's nice too. And then we will remove our divided government natty spirit. What's nice about this tree in comparison to the others is like you can come down here and get your tank research bonuses like right away, which is pretty strong. In comparison to like Dominion of India. Like Dominion of India, you can't come down here until you've dealt with your 1936 elections. You can't do a lot of things until you've had 1936 elections. And then it's like buried all the way down over here. Your tank research focuses. So it's not like as smooth as it is for Red India. Princely Fed, their shit's like all the way down the fuck here. So I don't know. I think it's nice. You only have to do a couple focuses to get that. Bam, bam, bam. You're into your tank researches. Very nice. Very nice combined with a lot of tungsten. That's what you like to see. And I don't know. I think the rest of the stuff is all for the most part generic. It's like a couple research bonuses and shit. And I guess this one gives you a free unit of paratroopers, and you get some dockyards, coastal forts, transport stuff. You do get these over here, which are a production bonus, and you can pick one area to focus on out of Army, Navy, or Air, and you'll get another additional bonus on top of that, which are pretty nice. So I think all the Indias have that same sort of paradigm over there. They can pick one branch to focus on, and they'll get a nice boost for it. And there's that decision over here for reintegrating Tawang. We of course won't be taking that, for the reasons I mentioned previously. All right, there we go. Let's see. I'm gonna bet on our boy Chen. Chen usually does pretty good in these over here. Australasia restoration. Well, maybe not. This looks good for Nanjing. They haven't just walked in and ended that war immediately, which sometimes happens. Looks like they actually have troops in Nanjing. Wow, how very lucky for Marshal Qi. Let's get a bio too. It's nice for him. Get the first international congress. Guess we're going to Paris, boys. To Paris. Alright, so we got that. Let's pick us up the mobility focus. Pope Pius Third International. Better start packing. Alright. So we bypass that focus. Alright, we got air infantry equipment. Let's go start building guns that don't suck up walls. And we'll have this, we'll save this up, and then like maybe when this finishes, we can put that into concentrated industries. We got the delegates. It's election night tomorrow night, boys. We'll see who gets the delegates then, won't we? Or wait, no, that doesn't make any sense because delegates are for primaries. Is that right? Yeah, that's for primaries. Like that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm not an American, so whatever. Your political system is ridiculous. The chairman of the Comité de Salut Public takes the floor. Now that everyone is assembled and the Congress has begun, it is time to take the stage on open discussion. The Prime Minister took the stage first and discussed the purpose of the Third Internationale. After the purpose of the Third Internationale is made more clear, the discussion will begin. We must use any means necessary to overthrow the international bourgeoisie, especially the means that involve war crimes. Damn, is Marshal Qi actually going to win here? Oof. Syndicalism in Spain. Joaquin Ascaso Budria has taken the stage and elaborated the position of the CNT-FAI in Spain for the Congress. The CNT-FAI is the largest syndicalist party in Spain, made up of anarcho-syndicalists, moderate syndicalists, and trade unionists. The Spanish revolutionaries have seen a white terror, violent counter-revolutionary actions taken against the workers firsthand. They have come asking for support for their cause when the moment comes. The French pledge their support and ask all the other members to do the same. Great. I guess we hate Spain now. John Jack Reed and the Combined Syndicates. The American journalist, poet, and syndicalist activist John Jack Reed spoke to the Congress for an hour and 15 minutes about the crisis faced in the United States and the chance for the revolution in Western Hemisphere. I don't know. Personally, he would have had me a violent revolution. Following in the footsteps of Benjamin Franklin, Mr. Reed laid out the situation in America very clearly. In the South, the America First Committee is stronger than the central government, and the North is suffering from a depression as the West Coast prospers. This economic imbalance has caused massive unemployment among the Great Lakes, and the people are ready for a radical change. A modern-day Benjamin Franklin. They have our support. Unemployment and radicalism in Latin America. The Latin American countries were the hardest hit of all by the stock market crash in Berlin, and there has been a great awakening among the people. Socialist and syndicalist parties grow larger by the day, paired with the unemployment. We should decide our policy in Latin America, where left-wing radicalism is ripening. Let's begin to nurture syndicalism in Latin America. It's like everyone's happy as long as they're getting fed, and they'll stab you right in the back as soon as their check's coming. Women's role in the worldwide revolution. Today, the British feminist Helen Crawford took the stage with her flaming speech about the women's role in the world revolution. According to her arguments, without women's participation in industry and armed forces, it may be impossible to defeat the many enemies of the proletariat. While our delegation agrees wholeheartedly with her message, some fear that it is yet too early to really push the issue of women's liberation, and that formally affirming the speech is but needless domestic disturbance. Let's see. I will take the political power, thank you very much. We will definitely draft the daughters. Send them to die on the front lines. We're all equal here. Comrade Sail Mohammed wants to speak. Comrade Sail Mohammed, a prominent Algerian socialist, was allowed to speak before the assembled Congress. He has given a rousing speech on the situation in Morocco and French Africa, where Arab labor is abused and exploited for the benefit of the wealthy and the colonial establishment. Sail urged the Congress to put an immediate stop to the situation. He proposed the creation of the Socialist Anti-Colonial Committee that will work to supply local syndicalist anti-colonial conspirators in North Africa. We'll gladly support the creation of the committee. Gladly. As long as it doesn't cost me political power, I'll support it. The state of Indian socialism. As the Congress approaches its end, young Jawaharlal Nehru takes the floor to explain the precarious state of our revolutionary government. In his speech, he strongly called for international support in building a people's army to rival our enemies in Delhi and Hyderabad. Yes, we need international support in organizing our army. Like guns. I prefer international guns, please. Preferably guns 1 or higher. White Terror. We heard Joaquin Ascaso Badria speak of White Terror horror stories that have been coming out of Madrid and Barcelona, and Kurt Eisner, Bavarian socialist, wanted to delve deeper into the topic of White Terror, and he was given the floor. After hearing more stories that have come out of Germany, Austria, Hungary, Russia, and Finland, the Congress members are ready to make their decisions. Another reason we must end the capitalist system of murder and robbery. Of course, by that we will murder the capitalists and rob them of their assets. Oh, wait. The world economic crisis and the role of the Third Internationale. The stage has been set for the revolution to begin. With the Berlin stock market crash, mass unemployment has arisen in Europe and South America, and trade unions have begun to grow in both as a result. An opportunity. Yes, opportunity. The end of the First Congress. The First Congress of the Third Internationale has come to a close, and the agenda has been met. Okay, cool story. Alright, so from here, let's go and grab... what do you want? What do you want here, boys? Get this research tech. Or, there's I think there's an event where the Commune of France can give you a boost to a land doctrine. So maybe you want to grab this one first, that way we can use our 100% bonus if we get it on this over here. So we'll do that. And we will put our stock time into this. Yes. Yes. So damn, Nanjing actually won that. Wow, that's I mean that's not super rare, but it's not the usual outcome. So I mean that is interesting to see. Let's go down here and we'll pick the Seek Aid from France to give us some guns that we will need desperately to arm our army. Guns 1 too. We'll get some Moss 36, I think, which is I think a gun that doesn't suck. Let's just check that. What do they have? Commune France. Let's see if they'll negotiate licenses with us. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure for France their shit rifle is the Lebel. Yeah, Moss 36 is guns 1. So that's nice. We'll get us some guns that aren't behind the times. It's very nice of them to share. Although I've tried requesting a license production for that in day 1, they won't give it to you. They don't like you enough, I guess. You're not in their faction. You're not the right kind of socialism, so they won't help you out. So much for solidarity, am I right? Well, it is what it is. So maybe left Kuomintang will win. That'd be hilarious. Also, not something you see that all that often. Alright, so we're seeking aid from France. Communard French military support. After delegates of the First Congress of the Third International requested military support for organizing the Indian Revolutionary Army, the Union of Britain and Commune of France decided to dispatch senior military officials and experts to educate our foremost officers. Hopefully this cooperation will yield beneficial results on the battlefield. Yes, we shall put those comrades to good use. And there it is. See, we get that bonus to doctrine. And a guidance bonus, and an organizational bonus, so that's quite nice. Quite nice. I wonder if that's tied to the focus, or if that's like a focus that France does. Because it just says 100% bonus here. And this is nothing, doesn't say anything about doctrine choice. It might just have been a weird timing. So we'll start with the Armored Corps, and that should finish before this tank is done. Of course, you don't want to use your armor bonus for light tank too. That would be an egregious waste of company resources. So man. It's nice that the French focus gives you a little bit of PP too. You can get 25 PP off of that. Nice little focus there. Or sorry, that's army experience, not political power. That's still good. It's still good to get some army experience. I think that was Manuel Carles in Argentina seized power. I can't remember. I clicked that box pretty fast. My bad. Alright, light tank 1. I'm gonna go right to light tank 2. A couple factories in that. Alright, and this next one is pretty tight because we have to get concentrated 2 on the bench before our next 42-day focus finishes. Otherwise, you have to waste a research bonus on concentrated 2, and that's awful. That's so bad. And unfortunately, this is 43 days out. So we're gonna have to wait. We'll have to stock political power and let this fill, and waste a day of focus time to make sure that lines up. Partial mob. Alright, now we should be safe. That's 32 days, and this will finish also in 32 days. Oh shit. Oh shit. Let's cancel that. We'll wait one more day. Just want to make sure. Passing of Madame Kama, one of the most diligent early Indian revolutionaries, Bikhaji Rustam Kama, passed away today while recuperating from fever, having unfurled the first Indian national flag at the Stuttgart International Socialist Conference in 1907. Madame Kama enjoyed great prestige among both domestic as well as international revolutionaries. We shall march on until all of India is free. Yes, free. That's exactly what they'll be under the Maximist rule of Mr. Bose, isn't it? Well, I suppose we all have definitions of freedom. They're different. Maybe we should send some volunteers to left Kuomintang. Although we are in a little bit of a rough spot with respect to firearms, so that might not be a great plan. I guess we'll have to hold on without us over there, Mr. Wang Jingwei. Xinjiang clique erupts in civil war, and that's a pretty fun war to play too, guys. Kumulkhanet's like, if you're looking for like kind of like a lighthearted campaign that you don't care too much about, and it's like play Kumulkhanet. It's got a pretty interesting event box clicker. You see, it's lots of flavor, and you can get Ma Zhongying, the meme machine himself. You can conquer all of China in between different opium hits. Okay, before I click this, immediately, boom. Alright, we'll save that for concentrated 3. Start expanding the railroads. We're starting to produce tanks, so that's very nice, very nice. Build ourselves another military factory. So if Osman decides to blow his country up, I mean, sometimes that happens. Sometimes it don't, though. So it was a very optimistic plan here. Let's keep on building them railroads. Got some pure firepower, and we'll get ourselves some recon companies. And guys, just so you know, like a lot of the times, especially in these early wars against guys that only have basic infantry equipment, like light armored recon will get you armor bonus, which is quite nice. Riots and protests at Rangoon University. In neighboring Burma, riots are spreading among the political impotent youth, protesting against the rampant corruption at Rangoon University, lack of reform, and the illegitimate rule of President Yu Ba-pei. I guess. For now, the demonstrations have been restricted to Rangoon, but the inactivity of the current regime might spell another outburst in months to come, especially with workers at the oil fields in Yan'an-Guang, Chauk, and Minbu rumbling about lousy pay and poor living conditions. If the two factions unite, we might find ourselves with a friendly government on the other side of the Bay of Bengal. Let's keep a firm eye upon the Burmese. Get 20 PP for that. I'm always down for 20 PP. Yeah, Jackie Reed elected president. Well, that's good for Jack. See what that up-jump journalist can do, won't we? Probably lead his country into a civil war. That's probably what he'll do. Although to be fair, that's pretty much the same for everyone. Only Curtis could have saved the U.S. from the brink of destruction. Unfortunately, he's no longer around to do that. What a cursed timeline this is, indeed. Oh, there goes the left Kuomintang. So Nanjing Clique won. Clean victory there. So that's interesting. Liberal victory in Brazil. Let's get our, I mean, this is kind of also a little bit shit. We don't need the excavation bonus right away, so. It is what it is. I mean, some oil is nice, though. Help fuel our tank divisions a little bit. Won't turn down oil. Start our tank. I think he need 24. 24 for a recon company and 60 for a battalion. I think those are the important numbers. West Bengal there. Mines, and now it's January, so we can start doing our final showdown. Final showdown. Do. I thought we had, I thought I checked before and we had decisive battle. I don't know. It looks like maybe we lose some guys or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense because I remember looking at this, not seeing decisive battle, but it looks like our army command has changed. We do not have the plethora of options that we did previously. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Like, we could always go for like a tank manufacturer, but if we're going to go to war right away, you probably want an army command, and we do have this like negative 10% organization national spirit. So you might want to pick one to counter. Let's go guns and butter doctrine. We still have a guns deficit, but it looks like so do the boys in the princely fed there. We'll see if we can bait them. Like we'll take some troops off the line so that they have superiority, and then we can bait them into grinding into us. Like this area over here, like this is a plains tile too. So like if they want to stack, if they want to stack onto to this area over here, they might be able to push in over here and circle a bunch of guys. Maybe at least get a few units, anyways. Get our bunkers, repair the western border. You have your choice of either going for an insurrection, and maybe you get it, maybe you don't. He says you have when you get the event here, I think I was checking it out. It's like a 60% chance that you get an uprising. I think you get 2 militia and 2 mountaineers, and there's 40% chance the uprising fails. And you take a 200 political power hit. So I don't know. I mean, I like things that are reliable. So like I think I'll just declare war with a normal focus. Next, industry tech. We have 150 artillery pieces. That's nice. Maybe we'll go like this. We'll send these guys back over to here. And then we'll convert all these guys to the helmet. Get some units that have more attack. And we'll bring those guys up later. And there's Civil War II Electric Boogaloo. Almost done for final. We're almost ready for the final showdown. Sure, let's attend the International Congress. Let's get ourselves some improved machine tools while we're at it. Let's get these guys set up. We'll get bows over here. We'll get the recovery rate, I guess. It's fine. And we only have the one field marshal, and then... What the hell is this? I remember these generals. These look Chinese. So I guess these are what, left Kuomintang dropouts that we get? We don't have any governments in exile. Did I miss an event somewhere? I don't remember getting these guys before. Maybe that's got to be just because these got to be dropouts from left Kuomintang, I would imagine. After being forced into exile along with several members of the Central Committee, he was appointed to the Bharatiya Commune as an attaché. Unhappy with his post so far from home, he repeatedly tried to gain permission to return to China to join the revolutionary struggle. That's cool. So I guess we get I guess it must be dependent on how things play out in China. We get like these guys are pretty good too. Look at this. Oh, this guy's reckless, which kind of sucks. But he does have brilliant strategist and offensive doctrine over here, even though he's not a field marshal. And this one here, we have harsh leader, war hero, and infantry officer. And so these guys are pretty cool. Of course, we have one person over here that already has trickster and swamp fox, so it's like you get improv expert right away, which is very nice. But you know what? These guys have like quite high attack. Let's use them. There we go. Let's start training these guys. Prepare the western border. Let's prepare to take Hyderabad. Yes. Try to get these guys at least to not green. Oh, the Spartacade. The Workers' Olympics. I'll come with the Spartacade. Neither good nor bad. Okay, so we didn't really get anything there. We didn't get caught cheating. Second International Congress. All delegates in London, the Second Congress of International began with a speech by Comrade Eric Blair. In his so-called Shield and Sword speech, he underlined the need for International to double its efforts towards forging the Damocles, a weapon capable of destroying the reactionaries across the world once and for all. Bravo, Comrade Blair. Bravo. Sounds very peaceful. Cool. Oh. Let's see if the... Yeah, okay, excellent. The AI was dumb enough to grind into us. So I guess that's all we're going to get from there for now. do not have 103 convoys, but thanks for the, yes, Gibbs volunteers. Gibbs. More Gibbs. It's oil. Nope, don't need that. We got some tasty units over here, it looks like. Uh, 26 convoys? Yeah, okay, I'll accept that. Oh, I think the CSA maybe should worry about their own civil war. One person over this way. We're at Balkan War. We're at 0-0 casualties. Interesting. There we go. Now we're starting to see some casualties. Ooh, these guys are almost out of org. Almost out of org. Let's see if we can punish them. Of course, a reckless leader is already wounded. Wonderful. That's why you don't want reckless leaders. See if we can knock those guys out there. That was a nice little pocket. How are we on tanks? We have 61 tanks. It's nice. Come on. Get in there, get in there. Less than a day, less than a day. Yes! Beautiful. And look, the French tank is even attacking them. Beautiful. We got 2 French tank volunteers. That's a little bit lucky, I think. A little bit lucky. I don't think the, let's get our tanks into play too. I think probably the best place to go for breakthrough is like maybe over here. Yeah, let's try over there. Get these 2 tiles, we'll try and push into this one. Oil in the Somme, we'll have the question of Bengal's elites. there. It's cool that the French sent us some tank volunteers. You know, they're probably not going to be like the most effective with them, but you know, having tank volunteers is much better than not having tank volunteers. Let's not have this. Let's have mounted rifles division and that's nice. I think this is like the unique commune one. Messes up your garrisons though. 25% damage to garrisons, but 20% local factories is quite nice. And you also gain compliance. I think we're just gonna go with a local police force. Washington has fallen. Now the feds have collapsed. It's a bit unfortunate for the feds. I mean, we're not on the MacArthur's team this time though, so I guess good riddance. Liberia joined the International. Okay, that's nice for Liberians, I guess. Saw some staff office plan here. These guys are low order. That's an opportunity. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, French tank volunteer, man. Nice. Very nice. Let's just add to this. Like, we want to stay probably here. Send our division in over this way. That's a river crossing, though. That's interesting. What if we go over to this tile? That's much better. Unit's like pretty much half dead too, so we might be able to sneak around here and kill these two guys. Make sure we pin these guys from moving. I think we should win this fight first. Go. Alright, excellent. Excellent. I'm gonna score 2 more kills there. Question of Bandia's elites. As economic recovery continues in the Bharatiya Commune, one issue we are repeatedly encountering is that of the cultural elites that remain even after the changes to the social order following the Civil War. They have neither the influence nor the wealth they once did, but they are not without resources, and it is not uncommon for the lower classes to give them deference even when the law is in their favor. These elites often ignore laws requiring them to work with those they see beneath them, and hold on to precious resources even when they are required to give them up. Gaining compliance will be tricky, considering many of our citizens take a blind eye to their transgressions. Damn, like imagine wanting to choose who you work with and, being able to store things and get ahead. Fucking evil. We'll force them to comply, by force if necessary. Alright, we got some research going on over here too. And we got some guns. Let's get ourselves some military factories. Let's get ourselves that industrial company. What do we want here? Let's go get trucks. Like we probably want to start building trucks soon. We got improved machine tools. Probably want to start. Let's get some civs up. Like you don't want to build too many mills, like kind of tank your economy. We can just get these over here for free. So we're kind of finishing off these two divisions there. So it looks like we do have the superior divisions here with artillery and whatnot, so that's pretty nice. Where should we go next? Let's try and take this tile. So I guess we want this tile, or just want these two tiles here actually, like that. And let's push them this way. So we're 89 days to that. So we're gonna have to grab our tank research focus next. We can keep researching with the appropriate amount of speed. Here, let's actually support the French tank if it wants to attack there. Let's actually get ready to support that breakthrough too. Caucasus Crisis, and they've invited the guys into the Reichspakt. Interesting, that's interesting for the Germans, isn't it? Alright, so we got another nice pocket here. military industry. We'll do the armor corps, 42 days. Like that'll be fine. We get Bombay. It's like we can. Tight. Take that tile there too. Hills, there's a plains tile over here. You probably want to take this hills tile next, so maybe go into Puna. And Nepali atrocities. Damn Nepalese. Send you guys over this way just in case. Get you the infantry expert as well too for extra attack. Surprisingly, the militia seems to be able to hold on for like a pretty long amount of time there. Oh, no, not anymore. 3 days. So we don't want to snake our line too much. We don't have the the manpower for that. We might overstretch ourselves. Let's get ourselves our. I guess we'll make you white. That's fine. So your cavalry over here. Looks like those guys are pinned anyways, so that should be safe to do that. Start getting our construction tech. Next focus, get more military industry. Keep on looking. See if they leave any gaps. Tribhuvan's tryst with destiny. In the west, Dominion forces are preparing to come to the aid of rioting protesters in Dehradun, who have risen in response to a massacre orchestrated by the occupying police garrison. Nepalese army formations are deemed completely impotent in the face of such modern foe, and our intelligence detail among the underground local wing of the INC states that plans of open revolt are hatching in the east as well. Partition of the Nepalese occupied territories thus seems all but imminent. It seems that it will come easily with a dose of proletarian intimidation. I think if we do this, we declare war. Or we pay 200 political power. Like, do we need the population? No, not really. Like, I need to deal with this first. Like, this is our most pressing concern here with the princely Fed. So we're going to pay that political power and not worry about the Nepalese for the time being. So it looks like Madras is in fact not open. Get these, see if we can grab these VPs here in the south though. War in the desert. Let's see, what else do we need? You guys don't need to be there. Let's maybe send some more guys down this way. Opportunity to get a push there. You guys hold, you guys hold. Got some Canadian intervention. Interesting. Interesting. That guy's almost dead, so we'll just go finish him off. We can swap one more guy over to that. And let's start building medium tank ones. So we'll have some medium tanks against maybe the Dominion of India. Got that. Let's get our civilian factories. Not sure where those guys are going, but they don't look like they're coming over this way. Kill that guy. Excellent. These guys want to move, and that's fine. Paraguay capitulates. See if we can get Madras. They still have guys. I'm not really seeing any Madras flags over here, so I think they might still be like hiding out in their own country. Yeah, looks like that is in fact the case. I think they're a puppet though, like, I don't even think we even need to capitulate them. Uh-oh. Might have went too deep with that one guy. Concentrated industry. Upgrade our rifle. I don't have that many convoys. Over that way. This militia unit here is being a little bit suicidal. Build a more civilian industry. See if we can get that guy to hold on for just a little bit longer. But nope, weren't able to do it. I should have last standed that guy a lot sooner. So they got their last, looks like their capital is down over here. Down that way. February 38. So I would like to unify before Well Creek 2 starts. What are the Indians doing over here? They're fortifying the Bharatiya border. That's not good. So we need to finish up here very fast. This guy wants to walk off Mysore. So that's cool for him, I guess. Yeah, I'll take those guns. So casualties like 59k to like 304k. So like we're doing pretty good here. See if we can get this bread here. We'll move towards the Bharatiya border. I'm not sure if Portugal is in the Entente right now or not. get ourselves some Coast Guards here. Do that. How are we on medium tanks? We still need a while to catch up on medium tanks. We have like an appreciable number. Maybe we should have stayed on light. Resistance of the elites ended. Our program to force the cultural elites to comply with national reforms has, after a great deal of resistance and many arrests, finally met with success. Now economic reforms can continue. So, we'll finally have our recovering economy. Get rid of this crap. So those weapons too. Now we have lots of rifles, so we can train some more rifle. I think these guys probably don't need to be elite anymore. What's our artillery situation like? Yeah, lots of artillery. Maybe this guy should be a field marshal. He's like a bit better than Bose, probably. Who was our other guy that we were using? I guess we'll keep these guys in our improv expert person. I mean, that's fun, I guess. Yeah, you're the aggressive assaulter. Volunteers in the Indian Revolution. A revolt has flared up in the Dutch East Indies, with native populations seeking to secure their independence from the Dutch overlords. Many in our countries feel connected to the East Indian plight and want to help. Should we send a detachment of volunteers? Yeah, sure, I guess. They're still fortifying the border. Continue on with their construction. Should probably get that doctrine sometime soon too. So we'll do eco, and then maybe we'll go for the research slot, or we could go political. Yeah, like this kind of sucks over here. Sherpad Emery Dange reforms the. Are these guys Dominion puppet? No, they're not. Shripad Amrit Danj reforms the Anshulan Samiti. At a local labor meeting in Calcutta, close by Writers' Building, Shripad Amrit Danj and several prominent veteran revolutionaries such as Atul Krishna Ghosh and M.N. Roy have proclaimed their intention to organize a truly syndicalist and militant revolutionary organization within the dominant INC. Seeing both the Maximist and agrarian wings as composed and Fazlui Hook's moderates as corrupt, the group hopes to contest for commissary and delegate positions on the next round of elections for the government, invoking the old name Anshulan Samiti, meaning Self-Culture Association. The group strongly advocates the use of force to overthrow the Hyderabad and Delhi governments. We already overthrew the Hyderabad government, didn't we? As well as an economic system based on anarcho-syndicalist policies of cooperative farming and union-controlled industries. Let's hope he aims those bombs at the reactionaries. These guys are not in the faction yet. You'll have to watch out for that, though. Now they're starting to reform the army. Those bastards. It was just a prank. It was just a prank. Looks like they're not planning on going to war with us soon anyways. She's like, okay with me, I suppose. A variant. Probably a bit wasteful on the army experience there, so we got that. Let's go for our political. Get our boy Bose in charge. Getting through these forts is gonna be a bit annoying too. We don't have a siege artillery guy. Let's start maybe alternating. Decisions. Yeah, let's guess we can restore order. So let's restore order. And hopefully we'll get some political power from doing some of these political things. Looks like we will. Looks like we will. We even get 2 building slots in our 80% infrastructure territories. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Dutch Revolution. Well, I guess Wilhelm's just fucking dead now, isn't he? Unless he attacks here. See if Ill Will sends in the boys. Yep. Yes, he did. That's a good choice for Ill Will. Good choice. Should we be sending volunteers anywhere? I guess we could send some guys to the CSA. Who are losing decisively, it looks like, after Canada has intervened. Special session of the Indian National Congress. Calcutta is steaming with the excitement in the face of the 1938 special session of Indian National Congress, and the red flag flutters boldly from the Writers' Building to the General Post Office. Do we have to be in 38 to do this? I'm not sure. Inside the Calcutta High Court, the collected leadership of our Republic's government is convened for the ensuing election of Lala Lajpat Ray's successor. It is expected that the appointment of a new head of state will mean a change within the nation's cabinet, prompting the various factions to vie for the most influence in all the various commissaries and committees that manage our country. 3 wings have emerged within Congress. Bose's Maximists emulate Mosley's British totalitarian socialism and regard military force as a necessary revolutionary act for India's unification, while Mohandas Karmachand Gandhi leads a pacifist, egalitarian, and agrarian wing, striving for a negotiated end to the subcontinent's fragmentation. Standing between the 2 extremes is a coalition of trade unionists and ardent proponents of industrialism led by A.K. Fazlul Haq and his young protege, Jawaharlal Nehru. As the opening speeches begin to ring across the floor, the 1938 special session seems bound to change the path of free India in the next years. Internal fraction must be quelled. So we can get some events here or something? I guess in the meantime, let's get some forts to match theirs. Bose denounces landlordism. Although the greatest landowners and princes of Bengal and Orissa were deposed and their fiefs expropriated after the Calcutta government asserted itself in the years following 1926, the Bharatiya Commune never truly made the transformation into a socialist society. Lingering still in the villages and smaller cities, the zamindar system of the olden days continues to shape the days and lives of those who should have been lifted into prosperity by the glorious revolution almost a decade ago. Subhash Chandra Bose has taken the floor and delivered a crushing speech against this feudal instrument of oppression, demanding an immediate end to the privately owned great farms and mansions, as well as their subjugation to complete state control. A sensitive issue, the debate on the rights of the remaining landlords, has begun to spin out of control, and a decision will have to be made. He is right. The feudal practice must be ended. That's right. I guess it's going to cost us some PP, which sucks a little bit, but whatever. Jawaharlal Nehru laments the state of industry. At the end of the first week of the special session, young Jawaharlal Nehru has taken the floor arguing for a further increase in our nation's industrial output and greater economic control by the state. Opposed to this stands the Gandhian wing of Congress, determined as they are that the heart and soul of Mother India is not in her great cities, but rather the Harlequinesque patchwork of rural villages from Cape Comorin and the mouth of the Indus. Yeah, great. Yeah, all right there, Gandhi. Agricultural is like so last century, bud. Accordingly, they receive the influx of state support should flow instead into the countryside, developing the rice paddies and benefiting the average Indian. Maximists, on the other hand, find both Nehru and Gandhi's proposals far too limited in their scope and hopelessly unambitious. Instead, Bose's supporters argue the state is more than capable of undertaking expansion in both sectors, requiring, of course, that the government absolutely control these endeavors. Industry and agricultural must both be expanded no matter the cost. Oh, Jesus Christ, my political power. Bose, what are you doing, bud? Hopefully we get something good out of that shit. Compensate us for that. The Mahatma urges unification. Yeah, I agree. I agree. There's lots of bougie scum over here in the north that need to be hanged from poles. The Bharatiya Commune has been at peace with her neighbors since the Civil War, but that's not true at all. We just did this thing over here. But with changes in Burma, Delhi, and the Gun Salute Princes Federation unfolding at unnerving pace, it is now obvious a special session will have to address the lingering question of unification. Mohandas Kamarchand Gandhi, always a staunch opponent of violence, supports the negotiated end of the division of the subcontinent, given how hard the revolutionaries set to fight during the last days of the Raj. The stance is rather controversial, and both Huck and Bose find the notion all but treacherous. Nehru argues that the government should wage real politics and take opportunities as they come. Bose has bombastically announced neither the Nizam nor the Dominion shall obtain any concession. Warfare is the more... No, that's not right. Unification is paramount. The methods used are not. Princes and lapdogs must be driven out at bayonet point. Yes, of course. Preferably after the point has already penetrated into them and out the other side. The session endorses Bose's Maximists. But why is that Gandhi? Okay. After much deliberation and exhausting debate, special session of Congress has finally endorsed the platform proposed by Subhash Chandra Bose and his Maximists. The venerable war hero now ascends to absolute leadership from the Calcutta government, bringing with him a following of idealist and radicalized socialists. Gandhi is appalled at this blatant endorsement of violence and has left Calcutta for his ashram, giving Bose a benevolent audience for his acceptance speech. With the internal division now solved, our rivals around the subcontinent will certainly have cause for worry. Let the ruling classes tremble. Yes! Let's see who we got. Let's see who we got here. And were they good? I saw some red there. I'm a little bit concerned that maybe Bose was not the good choice. Maybe we have to wait a day for that to kick in. There we go. So we got Bose here. Does he give us anything? Oh, he has a bio, though. As a boy, Subhash Chandra Bose once assaulted a British schoolmaster for defaming his beloved India. His expulsion thereafter left Bose with an almost rabid desire for vengeance. Shortly before the collapse of the British Raj, Bose attracted large swaths of the Indian population to the socialist cause with incendiary speeches against all who would deny India's people sole dominion over the subcontinent. With the success of Bose's Maximist within the Indian National Congress, the Bharatiya Commune as a whole has begun to assume a similarly militaristic outlook, and now looks to strike a decisive blow to the hearts of the Dominionists and Princely Federation alike. Alrighty. And who we got here? So we have this guy over here. I think that's a different guy, but he still gives us the same buff, which is nice. Political power gain, that's not bad. So you get 5% construction speed, the cost and resource gain efficiency. Production efficiency cap factory output, that's a little bit shit. And then this guy, I think, is 5% resource gain efficiency. That guy doesn't really matter all that much. Resources are nice, though. So we get overall net resource gain efficiency plus and net factory output plus, but this does drag it down a bit and we lose 2% cap. So we get 5% construction speed though, so I don't know. Not terrible. Not the worst guys I've seen. They kind of cover each other's weaknesses a bit. Busan Treaty. That's interesting. So Japan decided to let the Koreans go. Be training some more guys. Uruguay wins the World Cup. So it's a medium tank template here. Decisions. Guess let's continue to restore order. I think we might want to wait for a little bit before we go to war, because we'll also have to fight the Entente. So we'll do maybe some political things first. So we bypass that. We sell some PP. We will not be defeated. We're going to deal with the landlords. Get ourselves some factories. And we can either choose to rouse the masses or begin the purge. So this is interesting. So this will give us rural population factor, recovery rate, and more support. And stability and more support. And this will give us a negative 20% organ recovery rate, but we'll get that back over here. We'll get net plus 10 org and 10 recovery rate in addition to political power gain. So I think we purge. Let's definitely do a little purging. And then maybe after the purge, we'll declare war. Question of the princely armies. So I guess they're still reorganizing themselves over there. And that's fine, they can do that if that's what they want to do. And I'm just wondering if I should send some guys over to help the CSA. Get some army experience. Like, we probably do need army experience. I'd also like to blitzkrieg the Entente though, so maybe we just send like a couple regular guys. I can only send one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of not worth it. I'd rather just go up 5 speed, not micro. But if you were trying to play for like the most, you probably just send those guys out and like get some XP. Is Portugal in the Entente yet? Oh, looks like Middle Africa's exploded. Oh, collapse in Middle Africa. Unfortunate. Looks like I can't fortify this border over here. Right, because Princely Fed didn't do it. So that's a bit concerning. Our bunkers are over here. Got Totalists in the Bharatiya Commune. I probably should have read that event, but it was stuck there with a bunch of other spam. We'll get that. Let's get an attaché out. Research slot. See with their tools. So hopefully these guys are able to hold out for a bit there. Your doctrine. Yeah, maybe they can hold on. I was wondering if it's worth it for the 100 PP. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, that's sad. Although if if we strike at the Entente, like now, that might take some pressure off of the CSA. So maybe that's what we want to do. That'll keep the experience coming in too for a war. I think, yeah, maybe we do that. We just declare war. Let's create our intelligence agency too. Trade with 1 steel with for Commune France. Yes, do that. Socialists in the north, like, I don't know. Let's go for we'll strike Delhi. Looks like we're a bit capped and motorized at the moment. Another factory on moat. So the Hellenic Socialist Republic has capitulated. Yeah, we do have guns in stockpile. Let's swap over. Make sure we block off Goa just in case the Portuguese get any ideas. Hopefully that will give the Entente a little something to think about. A little something to think about. Let's what do you want to do here? Bonus for land doctrine and experience gain. I probably should have gotten that a lot earlier. And do I need to take a 10% stability hit right now? Probably not. We'll do that. It's a long ass fight. We can just doing that. You just keep doing that. See if we can get ourselves an intel advantage. Training academies. Let's go for the research slot, maybe. I don't want to do a purge while we're fighting. this. Another river, huh? So, jungle rat. Yeah, let's go with this guy. He's got trickster, I suppose. It's probably fine. Naval invasion in eastern India. Okay. Alright, so Portugal has joined. I'll send you over to this army. We'll just put these guys in new theater so that I don't forget about them and move them off the ports they need to be guarding. So we decided to come in after Bombay here, huh? Let's go snuff that out. So is that Hawaiian? That's Dutch East Indies troops. I don't even need the tank, they're gonna die already. Beautiful. I'll take that. Department of Research. Like, I'm pretty sure what you want to do here is take their ports. Like, I'm pretty sure like the Entente will abandon them once they don't have any ports left. I'm pretty sure that's the rule. And let's nice. We got some dockyards there too. Just gonna sell some convoys, I guess. Some more steel from Commune France. And upgrade our tank division. Go for that port. I think that's the last port they have too. Falanistere assistance arrives as part of the Falanistere International Program. Our comrades in Paris, London have just delivered us much needed help. industrial machines, mining equipment, weapons, ammunition, and more. All of this being unloaded into our ports and airports and being transported across the country. Excellent. Advanced machine tools. We get a bonus for industry too. Beautiful. Yes, I will take an industry. And can we get war eco? Yeah, we can. We just need political powers. Like, probably want war economy. What tile are you in? Delay. Let's get mobile defense. And also upgrade our tank unit again.